So how y'all doing today? I thought today would be a good chance to do a little failure analysis video on this Husqvarna 371. It's all stripped down. I probably know a little more information than you do, so I'll share some of that with you. But I'm going to leave it up to you to decide on what caused our issues. So just post in the comments what your ideas are. I'm pretty certain I know what happened, but I'm going to let it up to you. Now, before we get rolling onto this, I want you to remember one thing. This is my brother Saul. He is not the original owner. He bought the saw, he had to get it worked on to get it to run, and then he went out and used it. All right. So, as far as we know, there's at least 2 owners. All right. Let me start showing you some parts. All right. So here's our piston. Over here's where the damage is. Lots and lots of scoring on that. I want you to analyze these parts and tell me what you think caused it. Now this is at the exhaust port. Here's the cylinder. There's our exhaust port. Let me get the light on, get some light on this here for you. This should help. So there's what our exhaust port looks like inside. Let's take a peek up inside. Here's the intake side. I can tell you the compression least malfunctioned. It made no effect whenever I was doing a compression check. Let's flip this over and take a look up there in the dome. See where the carbon deposits are? You see it? Now let's take a look at the other side, at the exhaust port. You can see where our transfer is laying at, right around the exhaust port. Let's look at the crankshaft here. This is where one of our bearings were sitting. I don't know if you can tell, but there is a light blue coloration down in here. You can just barely see it. If you compare it from here to here, you can kind of see the difference. It is just just a little bit of a blue coloration to the crankshaft right there. That bearing took forever to get off. Now if you flip it over, I still haven't this bearing off. And if you look right there close to the bearing, can you see there's somewhat of a blue coloration to the crankshaft compared to up here? And then there's what our connecting rod looks like. seals, my tripod, I'm having so many troubles with my tripod right now. Just bear with me. It needs replaced. Now the crankshaft seals, nothing seems to be out of no ordinary with them. They weren't blown completely out or anything. Now, all right, so whenever my brother got the saw, he had to get work done on it to get it running. And in analyzing the saw, I can tell you, I do believe like the crankshaft seals, I don't see anything out of ordinary, really. But I think the one side has been replaced. The PTO side, I think it's been replaced. I pulled it out already with the screwdriver, so it's a little buggered up. I can't read the numbers on it. But I don't see a tremendous amount of damage to the seals at all. And so I'm guessing they've either been replaced or they were fine. The intake boot, it looks practically new, so I'm thinking it might have been changed as well. Again, I don't know the full history of the repairs on this saw, but with everything I've just showed you, I think you got a good idea what caused our problems. And I'll say it was more of a, I personally think it was more of a cascading problem. It started at one thing, which caused some issues at this, and then caused some issues at this, and then at this. You know, it cascaded until eventually there's just no more saw. That's what I think. But I don't want to give anything away. I want to see you guys post some comments and tell me what you think. Let's take a look at, is it handy here? I can tell you, I was looking at the clutch. The clutch doesn't show hardly any wear on it. So it might have been replaced. I don't know. But it looks fine. All the damage that I've noticed so far is what I've showed you. So we got the top end already taken care of. We got an OEM piston and cylinder ready to go. And you can thank, and please do, thank Ben. He's a viewer on the channel who sent us an OEM top end for this saw. Brand new. That was huge. Just flat out huge. This is, it's astounding how Ben would do that. It is. That takes a person with a really good heart, you know what I mean? So make sure you thank Ben for sending us that. So right now, I'm thinking we're going to replace all this. Which isn't bad. It's not that bad. So since it's my brother's saw, we're going to work with him and look at getting some parts in. Alrighty, so till the next time, later.